So here we are, game number 1 of this best of 3. Down in the lower left hand position, representing ESC, we've got the blue Protoss player, ShoWTimE. And his opponent, in the top right, representing Alien Invasion, the red Protoss player, it's Patience. So, nice little bit of PvP. We started the night with PvP actually. So getting here to the semi-finals. I'm not sure if the other game... Actually, the other game could end up as PvP. No, it won't. It'll be Marine versus Hasselhobbs. So if Marine wins, it'll be a PvT finals. If Hasselhobbs wins, it will be a PvP finals. Now, as this starts, nothing too crazy going on. No sign of proxies, nothing like that. Instead, just lots of chrono boosts coming down on probes. And generally, two players looking to be a little bit safer and a little bit more steady. Big shout out to everyone who has followed, everyone who has subscribed to the channel. Subbing really is the best way to make things happen. To get more show matches. If you sub, you're supporting content 100%. So anyone on YouTube, you missed this live. You could have watched on Twitch and seen all this action when it came through. So yeah, as this stands, not too much going on early on. I can see some of you saying something about a mic crackle. I'm hoping that gets fixed up. I can't actually hear it on my side, so if it is coming through, it's probably either a driver issue or a software issue, so I can't actually really fix that on the go. But yeah, as it stands, we just got Mr. Proby Probe coming on up the ramp. He's going to take a nice little look at all of this. Going to go, okay, what's going on here? Just a quick little look through. Goes, yep, 2 gases, 1 gate. We'll take a look at how many probes are there. See what else is coming through. Meanwhile, up on Patience's side, he's adding in a Cybercore. He's got his 2 gases as well. So overall, these builds very, very, very similar. They're both in an identical spot at the moment, and probably the biggest decision for all of them right now. Do I go Stargate? Do I go Twilight Council? Or do I make a robotics facility? That's really all that there's going to be going on. Just keeping an eye on what these guys are doing. Obviously, with the 2 gases, you do expect there to be some relatively early tech. Could go for a sentry out first if they want to play a little bit more defensive. But, hey, we'll wait and see exactly what they've got decided. Nice little bit of poking, nice little bit of prodding here at the moment from these probes. Just being affectionate, I'd say, is the best way to describe it. Up here, we've got a Zeta just chasing down 1 probe from ShoWTimE. Patience doesn't want any more scouting coming through. Otherwise, no real sign of any big giveaways in terms of tech yet. Both players banking up a decent amount of gas. ShoWTimE is going to start things out with the Stargate. So, going to be going for a nice quick little airplay out of this. Could be Phoenix, could also be an Oracle. Potentially could be a Voidway as well, although the Phoenix and Oracle openings tend to be a bit more common. The Voidway tends to be a bit more of a reactive style thing. The Oracle has the advantage of being able to harass very effectively, especially if your opponent isn't prepared for it. The advantage of the Phoenix is that they can harass for a heck of a long time. They can just be irritating continually. They can lift key units up very nicely and really just take them out of the fight, isolate them away. Mothership Core coming through here at the moment for Patience. Going to get a little bit of scouting information. Neither player has expanded yet, although I suspect Patience is about to, as he pulls that probe down, and he does have a decent amount of minerals. Actually, he spent all those minerals pretty damn quick, so won't be able to take that down yet. ShoWTimE just chilling, coming straight over that probe. Doesn't want to reveal his position. Patience running in with a Zealot at the moment. And yeah, this is all very normal times. So wait and see any kind of big giveaways. Oh, did the Zealot see that? That is actually huge if the Zealot saw that. Take a quick look. No. Okay, that is really lucky. The Oracle has not been scouted. Obviously, we do just have the Mothership Core for ShoWTimE. Getting a little bit of damage down. Racking up 4 kills. Going to just mass recall away, but that's still 4 probes of damage. 4 probes more damage that has been done by Patience. Patience also isn't aware of the Oracle coming through yet. His Mothership Core may be in a good position to intercept it. If not, then it's going to sneak on by, and there's not really much to defend against it. If we take a look here, there's only 2 Stalkers out for Patience and that 1 sentry. The Mothership Core as well is not back yet in order to go for that Photon Overcharge, but a quick warp-in of Stalkers, thanks to the good little scout, thanks to that Mothership Core, means that no damage being done by that Oracle. But still, ShoWTimE currently sitting at equal probes up a tad in terms of overall supply. Neither player able to take a natural base as of yet though. Still waiting to see if either player makes any big plays. For the moment it looks like no, they're not going to. They're just instead being a little bit more safe, wanting to just wait it out and see what the other is really planning to do. Although I think Patience is looking to gear up in order to expand. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE, he's got a lot of minerals banked up and he's going into the robotics facility instead of an expansion. So neither player really giving away their plan. Two Oracles waiting now, patiently, for the right opportunity to strike. Patience takes down his natural base. ShoWTimE going to go and take his as well. These two really neck and neck as things stand at the moment, so this could lead to some interesting stuff. But the double Oracle play coming in now. The Stalkers have already moved out. This is gonna hurt big time. Unfortunately, focusing the wrong thing initially. Down goes a Sentry. A couple more probes will get taken down. A Photon Overcharge has been triggered. A Stalker also trying to come through, but these may just go on a suicide mission, trying to pick up as many probes as possible. Already 12 killed, 13, 14 go down, and that is a big loss. 14 probe kills really does make a notable difference. It's 26 to 19 now. That means a 7 probe lead for ShoWTimE. Does lose 2 Oracles in the process, and overall in the Stalker count, he's really lagging behind, but he's got one of these lovely Immortals. Hallucinates another one. That is such a smart play. That could very well just scare Patience off. Could also mean he focuses the wrong one. Seeing 2 Immortals generally means you don't really want to try and take the fight, because you're going to be like, ah, well, 2 Immortals, one I could just blink on top of. So this hallucination was actually like a grade A genius coming down from ShoWTimE there. ShoWTime's also got this Observer, so he keeps a good little look on that army. First Immortal, the only real Immortal, will get taken down as it is trapped by some force fields. That hurts, but another one has popped down. The Nexus is also complete. Where is that Mothership Core? Okay, it's in position. Can Photon Overcharge. Tense times, though. Patience is going to know that he needs to do some damage here. He's down by quite a few probes. He's getting harassed by a single Zealot, which, when there's nothing to defend with, hurts. One Zealot can definitely pick off a good number of probes, so that may force a couple of Warpins back at home. Nice little force field blocks some units up onto that high ground there, but a Photon Overcharge is going to scare away a few more. The Immortal stays alive, regenerating backup shield energy. In the main base of Patience, though, ShoWTimE is able to start chipping away at a good few more probes. 17 now killed this game, still a big advantage in the worker count, and also the saturation of these bases is going to give ShoWTimE a real hefty lead in that overall economy. Stalkers coming back through. There are now 2 real Immortals, and they're going to really start hurting, as does the Photon Overcharge, getting some good damage down. ShoWTimE adding in the Twilight Council, adding in more Immortal production, and this is a very sketchy situation at the moment for Patience. He really needs to try and find a way to deal some significant damage. Force fields coming down on both sides. One Sentry's going to die. More time being bought at the moment for ShoWTimE, who just knows that, hey, I've done some serious damage to my opponent's economy. He cannot possibly be keeping up in that. So I just need to wait, because I'm going to be able to outproduce him. Force field's coming down. That does actually block a single Immortal out of the play. Another one nearly gets taken down, but managing to stay alive for the moment, re-engaging. The Nexus being focused at the moment, but a lot of Stalkers are taking damage. The Nexus will not fall. Patience, no choice but to retreat away there. A couple of additional Warpins come through. All 3 Immortals survive, and that is so important. Blink Stalkers do not deal well with Immortals, especially as their numbers start increasing. They just can't be focused down before they tear apart everything there. The Immortals take down a couple more Stalkers, force back Patience once again, and now the army supply and worker supply going in favor of the blue Protoss player. Patience pumping out more units. He's not really producing any more probes, which is making him fall further and further behind. He's all in at this stage. He's got to do some more damage, but with 4 Immortals there, Blink Stalkers just aren't gonna cut it alone. There's, dare I say it, pretty much no way for Patience to engage into this army at this stage. He doesn't really have any sentries for miracle force fields either. This makes it very, very hard. 1 Immortal does go down. That's a nice pick-off, actually. Getting that down really will help, but Patience, if we look at the resources lost, is losing more, is lower in the income and lower in the tech tree. So that's going to start hurting. He goes for it, blinks forward aggressively, takes down one of the Immortals. Going to try and focus down that natural Nexus. He does get it. That is a good pick-off. Now he needs to look at retreating, because by taking out that natural Nexus, he has actually bought himself some time. Certainly levels out the economic position, but only if he can hold. And holding a counterattack means just buying more time as he moves back across the map. May actually go for that Immortal. It's pretty low. Does take it out. That is a good pickoff. A moment of indecision, a moment of lapse in concentration from ShoWTimE there allows him, or causes him to lose that Immortal, which really is going to cause some problems, because without that natural base, the income suddenly looks a lot more level. Zealots, though, do pick off a few more probes, 21 to 40. ShoWTimE moving in, moving out, tries to take out a pylon. Patience, though, still pushing in. He's got Blink. His opponent, of course, does not have Blink Stalkers yet, so that means that very high micro potential there for Patience. Patience adding in a couple more Stalkers, still producing nicely. Natural base only half done in that reconstruction, but Patience isn't actually producing any more probes, isn't switching any down to his natural base, so isn't mining that efficiently. ShoWTimE pushing in, taking down a lot of Stalkers here. Blink is off cooldown. That is a bit of a problem. Blink now is available for ShoWTimE, so he chases down this army, picks off a few more Stalkers, takes an 11 army supply lead, blinking away, trying to get back to safety. There was a big period of time where ShoWTimE was ahead massively in that income. Once this Nexus is recreated, he's going to be ahead massively yet again. And so being up twice in income by such a large amount, over double the probe count, is going to be very tough for Patience to deal with. Blinking like crazy, trying to get the maximum effectiveness out of these Stalkers, but the Immortal getting some good damage down. It will get focused, but that's allowing free shots to come through. Patience still blinking like crazy. So though is ShoWTimE. The Stalker count is favoring ShoWTimE as he pushes on in. The Stalkers for Patience getting very low on health. Reinforcements are coming from quite a long way away. This is the closest pylon that ShoWTimE currently has, but he's pushing in now towards that natural base. Blink's coming through. ShoWTimE up by 5 Stalkers. Blink still going absolutely crazy, but GG is called, and ShoWTimE is gonna take game number 1 of this best of 3.